This mountain you see right here stands at a whopping 1,000 feet above ground level approximately, and it is one of Africa's biggest mountains that you can find in the West African sub-region. Today I'm here at the Klo mountain to answer all the questions that you posted on my DMs on Instagram, Facebook, and all my social media handles. I'm going to be making it to the top of this mountain just to be there to offer you all the spectacular views, and that gives me the opportunity to answer all your awesome questions that you sent to me. However, there's a caveat. If I'm not able to make it to the peak of this mountain, no show. Unfortunately, your questions will not be answered. So sit back, relax, just pray for me, make sure we make it to the end, and all your awesome questions will be answered. Don't just go yet. Before we go, you know the drill. Just click on the like button, hit on the subscribe button if you're new here. Let's do this. Yeah. So the challenge is on. I'm already halfway through climbing this Klo mountain. Just pray that we make it to the end. Yeah. So we are finally here, guys, and as you can see, we are just some few steps away from getting to the peak of the mountain. This is where we are going to be answering all your lovely questions that you posted. So without much ado, guys, by the power of editing, let's teleport ourselves and get to our final destination. We finally made it to the peak of the mountain. We are now over 1,000 feet above ground level. Bravo to us. Yay, we made it. So without much ado, let's get right into the questions that you sent to my social media handles. Why did you start your YouTube channel? Now, as an African filmmaker, I learned filmmaking through YouTube videos and any other resource that I found online. And one of the things I kept, or one of the emerging themes always, was that most of the things that I kept learning online were always tailored towards creators in the US, in Canada, because trust me, most of your big YouTubers are from those elitist countries. So it was always difficult. You pick a concept and it's difficult trying to carve it or change it into something that has African elements in it. So sometimes I pick up the concept and I have to struggle to change it to be able to suit into an African filmmaker's context, because certain things are not available to us as African filmmakers. So I decided to start a YouTube channel to kind of not let people struggle the way I struggled, especially filmmakers in the poor sub-regions of the world where they don't have access to fancy equipment and other things that they have. So as you can see, as much as possible, I pick the big Hollywood ideas and I break them down into smaller ideas so that you, the indie filmmakers out there, can implement in your work. So that is exactly why I started my YouTube channel. Why the name Africa Amaze? Now, well, as much as I would like to take credit for the name, because the name is a really good one, during my undergrad studies in the university, I had this group that I wanted to come up with, and we wanted to deal with drama stuff and all that, and I needed a name that had Africa, or that encompassed something about Africa. So I actually gave out a guideline to some of my colleagues to go and formulate names and come up so that I'll pick one. Then one of my brother called Mohammed came up with this name. He says, okay, you said you want amazing and it has something to do with Africa. So why don't we use Africa Amaze? And right off the bat, I knew that was the name I actually wanted because it had all the elements that I had already described. And so that was how I settled on Africa Amaze. And so right after school, when I wanted to start a YouTube channel, I was like, hey, I had this beautiful name we came up with. Although the group didn't work, I can just use that name because, of course, I want to keep talking about Africa. So I just went in for it, and boom, here we are, Africa Amaze YouTube channel. What is the meaning of your name, OBL Junior? Is there a senior? Well, I get this question a lot. Now, actually, yes, there's OBL Senior. There's actually OBL, and he will be on the channel very soon. You people have never met him yet, but trust me, you'll be meeting OBL Senior very soon. So OBL Senior's OBL means something different. My OBL also means something different altogether. Now, my actual name is Bankulso, which is spelled Gbankulso. And so I formed my name OBL from the initials, or picking certain letters in my name, which is picking the O from the end of the name the B from the second letter, and the L before the last S of the name. And so I have OBL. And so because senior is already there and he is also called OBL, I added junior to mine just so that we know that this OBL senior, this OBL junior. So senior's OBL means Obamba loser, which is something totally different. We'll go there one time. But for now, just know that my OBL is actually derived from my actual name. How do you feel like with 1K subs? Well, I must confess, not that I'm not grateful, but it just feels normal. I was thinking when I hit 1K, I'm just going to be so excited. And I mean, come on, I'm excited, as you can see. I'm always excited. In fact, I feel like I'm eating my cake and having it back, because for more than 1,000 of you out there from different parts of the world subscribing and wanting to hear some of the things I have to share on this channel makes me want to cry right now, because looking at the part of the world where I am and I'm able to communicate with you through this powerful medium of YouTube, I have nothing to say than I'm so grateful. So I'm very grateful for all what you, my subscribers out there. It's because of you that I'm here making these videos. So I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you. So I'm really grateful. However, like I said, it's just another one of those things. I just feel like I need to move forward. As much as I'm appreciative or I'm happy for 1K subs, there's still a long way to go. And with awesome viewers like you, I'm sure we'll get far with this channel. Which products do you recommend for photography blogging as a beginner? Now, I get this question a lot, and one thing I say is that for me personally, I'll always recommend the Canon M50, because looking at the amount at which you can get that camera and what you can get out of it, especially if you want to do YouTube and blogging as the question actually indicates, then I actually suggest you go in for the Canon, because arguably because of the color science that Canon has to offer, you don't have to tweak a lot of things. You don't have to go through and struggle to color grade and all that. So it's much more easier as a beginner to get more cleaner shots from there with little efforts than using something like a Panasonic camera, which I'm using right now, or any other form of camera from other parts of the world. How does it feel to be living in Africa? Well, it is normal. Like I said, that is the reason why I even started a YouTube channel in the first place, because I want filmmakers or people who have ambition to become filmmakers in poor areas of the world to have that particular YouTuber that they can relate to, who doesn't necessarily come with the reds, who doesn't necessarily come with the arrays, but at least even if he comes with the arrays, but he's coming with some form of advice which can save your day as an indie filmmaker, or an indie filmmaker who can actually afford a lot of equipment or gadgets like your colleagues. Which part of Africa do you live? Well, bro, I actually live in the West African country of Ghana. What inspires you? A lot of things inspire me. In fact, my dad is one of my biggest inspiration. My dad is not a filmmaker, but he has artistic background. So, and if you study the history of film very well, or some of the terminologies we use in film, most of them are actually, derived from the art world, looking at the realistic movement, within the Renaissance era and all that. I don't want to go too much into the technicalities, but basically, my dad inspires me a lot because of his artistic background. Sometimes he just gives me an advice. Why don't you take close-up? Why don't you do this? And trust me, it opens up my perspective altogether. But of course, Spielberg and everything, everything in my environment inspires me. I could get, sometimes some of the greatest ideas come from the least expected areas, and I leverage on that to become a very good creator. How has your filmmaking journey been? Well, my filmmaking journey has been good. So far, so good. And I haven't even scratched a quarter of my full potential yet. I still keep learning every day, and I want to keep growing as a filmmaker as the days goes by. How can someone be like you? Oh, come on, bro. Everyone can be like me. And in fact, why would you want to be like me? I want everyone to be like themselves. And that is why I started this channel in the first place. I'll give you tips for you to become yourself. You just need to pick inspiration from my channel and create unique things. Give them your unique touch and you'll be unique. Everyone is unique. Can you train an individual to be with you? Of course, bro, I have a lot of individuals with me. OBL Studios, we have a crew of almost like 7 to 8 people over there, and we are looking at recruiting more individuals to this family because filmmaking is a collaborative art and there's always power in the numbers. Congratulations. Thank you, bro. What gadgets do you use in both filming and audio production, and why those gadgets? Now, first of all, I use the Panasonic G7 to film all my videos, and I record all my audios on this Zoom H1, cheap Zoom H1N recorder. This is what I use to record all my audios. And Panasonic, because this forces you to become a very good filmmaker, especially when it comes to autofocusing and all that. This camera doesn't actually have autofocus and some of those things that most of you creators out there are very used to. So not having some of those equipment or not having some of those features in this kind of cameras forces you to learn, because once you finally upgrade to the Reds, once you finally upgrade to the Arrays, you will not have those kind of features. So having a small camera like this, which lacks some of those features, forces you to learn and makes you a better filmmaker. How are you able to blend making videos for YouTube and your day job? Now, this is possible because of a lot of people. I have my very good brother, Abdul Fattah, who is popularly known as Playboy. I have my brother, Sham. I have Utman, who also edits my videos these days when I'm busy with academic work. Yes, I'm a student, and also, you know, I help in some few stuff here and there. So sometimes I can get too busy and they have to help edit my YouTube videos just to make sure that I'm in track. So if I'm here today, I want to doff my hat to all these guys because they've been so good. And currently, even Pearl is behind the camera. So everybody who has contributed one way or the other, all of these people make sure that I'm able to post videos for you guys that you enjoy out there. Let's go to the final part of the video, the very part that I don't really like, which is personal questions. Some of the questions are really dangerous. So the first one says, why are you not married? Bro, I'm not just ready for marriage. In fact, it's a commitment and I'm not ready for that. How many times do you have sexual intercourse with your girlfriend in a week? Should I answer? Guys, should I answer? So this is your answer. Bro, come on. I don't have one. Unless, of course, you want to gift me a girlfriend, I'm ever ready. Thank you very much. So that is all the questions that you sent to me that you needed to know about me. So at least now that we've hit 1K, we have access to all the community tab and all other features that YouTube has to offer. So at least now we'll have interactions. Once in a while, I'll organize live streams so that we can have one-on-one interactions with each other so that we can get to know each other better on this Africa Amaze channel. Thank you all so much. I can't be so thankful. A lot of guys who helped shared my videos when I started, and Purab and Co, and a lot of people, I can't mention your names. All of you, I'm so much grateful to you guys. It's because of all of you that this channel is here today, and I'm optimistic that this channel will continue to grow. If you did enjoy this video, kindly smash the like button. If you're new here, we talk about photography, videography, cinematography, editing, and all its related branches. And like we do it on this channel, as always, guys. Until next time, guys, keep practicing. Wait, you think I was going to end? No? Click on the subscribe button. All right, guys, so see you next time. As always, keep practicing filmmaking. Peace out.